Well, hello there. Sabaton. Boy, do I love this band. In fact, I love it so much I decided to make my first video about them. And what a coincidence! A new album has just dropped. As if it were planned. As a lyricist, I enjoy this band for its unique way of writing, original metaphors, and vivid imagery. This is my favorite band, and I always wanted to make content dedicated to them. And their new song, I, Emperor, is the best starting point. An important note, this is not a historical background video behind the song's character. Sabaton already has a dedicated channel for that. No, this is a lyric analysis. So expect to hear more about rhymes, inner nuances of writing this type of song, and so on. Let's start with something simple. Rhymes. What do we have here? It starts with your classic Sabaton verse. Army, rule, independence, realm. Seems like there is no rhyme in the first part of a song, which is a bold move. Usually you want to make it an easy thing to remember by adding a solid rhyme at the end. In this specific case, it looks like an intentional maneuver since the band uses alliteration between the words realm and rule, but chooses not to rhyme them. If you're a fan of Sabaton, you know they do that kind of thing a lot. Let's see why by looking further for the lyrics. There is an internal rhyme between command and land. They really like that rhyme, don't they? That acts as a glue in the chorus without a strong ending rhyme. It smooths the listening experience while still keeping you in suspense. Gachiro likes that technique as well. Let's see what we have in the pre-chorus. Name, fame, command, ready, coming. Same idea here. It looks like a long preparation for what's coming next. There are some inner rhymes in the verse, some of which are pretty strong but intentionally put in weak positions. Know, enforce, code, claim the fame. And another land command in the third line. Yeah, they definitely like that rhyme. Also, you might have noticed, there's quite a large amount of I there, as well as in the rest of the song. Keep that in mind. We'll come back to it after we're finished with rhymes. To see what's going on in the chorus, we should break down its structure like this. Now we can see the interesting part. All, fall, roar, war. Strong rhyme in the odd lines. Rule you, defend you, defeat you, destroy you. Alliteration in the even lines. And you stitches them together. This is made in a way to accent the final line. The final line is always in the strongest position for the main metaphor, punch, what have you. Remember, every time somebody says the thing, when does it work best? Usually, when it is placed at the end of the chorus. But not giving us any rhyme here, they accent the main idea. For the lyrical hero, Napoleon obviously, the main goal is to crush his opponents. If you take a look at the progression of the words before you here, you'll see that it grows from rule and defend to destroy. The band marks this idea of progression of actions by changing just a single word every line and leaving just alliteration for us to pay attention to what they have to say. But we dive a little deeper than we should have. Let's see what else they got rhyme-wise. Lion, throne, falter, rule. Seems like the same thing here in the first verse. Let's also play the game, or a very sweet alliteration in the end of the third line that continues in the fourth. Tons of R sound. I'm sorry, I mean. In the second pre-chorus, we see the same technique. That's how you can tell it was made intentionally. Destiny, legacy, feet, ready, coming. Rhyme at the beginning and alliteration at the end. There are also a lot of sounds that tone paint specific lines. S in the first, more neutral in the second, B in the third, and R in the fourth. When I have the bridge part, which potentially has only farewell rhyme at the beginning and the end. It exists for a dramatic effect about which we'll talk later. Then there is a new line at the end, I'm returning. Doesn't really add the rhyme but develops the story. So a few words before we jump into the story. We see a classic Sabaton writing here rhyme-wise. But what about the nuances we might have skipped? The thing I like a lot is the constant I in the whole song. It highlights the narcissistic nature of the general. First Council. Emperor. Napoleon, you get the point. It literally feels every line except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the entire song. That only if you don't count me as part of it. I think if there's a room for improvement, then it definitely should be fixing those two lines by adding I or me into them somehow. Like, control the truth, my power to rule, or prepare to meet me, get your armies ready. But that's up to the band's final choice. By the way, if you're wondering, who am I? What are my achievements? Why do I have the right to criticize one of the most popular and beloved bands on the planet? Then fear not, I stole the concept and the idea from the best. To be fair, I haven't seen any kind of analysis dedicated to lyrics and heavy music genres, so I might as well try it, right? But back to the topic. And the next topic is the story development inside the song. There isn't much imagery inside those lines, since they are more focused on delivering the message of the lyrical hero. Let's see. First, there is a statement of intentions with a thread that will appear to be subtle compared to what's coming next. After that follow the new intentions and historical references, but the proportions of the thread are flipped, and summarized by a simple yet epic and laconic, "I'll be coming." The chorus is straight up a thread that lasts for 4 lines. It grounds the whole thing and marks the key theme of the song. Napoleon is arrogant, but he lives up to this level of arrogance. Then we see another side of the picture. It's not just about war anymore, it's about keeping power and control. He realizes that his rule rests on 5 million dead, so will his legacy. It ups the stakes. It's not just about being good at the battlefield, but about the lives and deaths that always follow. Then, historically, he says farewell to his soldiers, after which the soul kicks in. You can read it as respect and devotion to his men, or as the biggest hypocrisy, since he was the one who sent them to die in his name. Depends on how you see him as a historical figure. Choose for yourself, it works just fine in both ways. And in the final pre-chorus, they add "I'm returning," which refers to his, returning from Hellbound. There is interesting storytelling inside the song, even if you're not familiar with the history behind it. Obviously, it's hard to talk about Sabaton without historical references. Basically, the entire music is based on those references to the point when it becomes inseparable. Metaphors, epithets, images, well, yeah, lyrics, in general, come from history and everything surrounding it. Some might not like it, but for me and many others, that's the reason why I love Sabaton. A very unique way of writing, thorough approach towards every topic they sing about, and the burning passion for music that brings it all together. This band is one of the reasons why I do what I do, and I hope I was able to share my enthusiasm. I'm really glad I was able to make this video, and a huge thank you for watching it to this point. If you feel like it, you can give it a like or even share it with someone. Stay tuned, for who knows, maybe I'll go through the entire album with the same analysis. From now on, I will be at your service. Scribe semper paratus.